Millions of years ago, our ancestors made a bold biological decision, shedding their thick fur coat in exchange for survival. This hairlessness transformed their bodies into an efficient radiator, allowing humans to endlessly pursue prey despite the scorching savanna heat. But that evolutionary edge would soon face a brutal test when the weather abruptly turned. Without fur, the naked skin stood defenseless against the first onslaughts of the freezing cold.
As you can see, the nerve receptors pulse with energy, sending the impulse along the pathway until the muscle fibers vibrate and contract.
The Great Migration northward pushed humanity straight into the heart of a frozen, desolate ice age.
In this new world, other animals survived thanks to thick fur coats, evolved over millions of years. As for humans, we did not have the luxury of time to wait for our genome to alter biologically. Instead of waiting for their bodies to grow hair, our ancestors made a defining choice. They borrowed the skin of another species. Yet, a loosely draped hide was never enough to withstand the freezing blizzards. The needle's tip pierced through nature's boundaries, stitching separate pelts into a unified shield. The deadly gaps vanished. The first tailored clothing of humanity was officially born. Now, humans were no longer just draping hides over themselves. They were wearing a second skin of their own creation.
The layer of stagnant air trapped between the garment and the body creates a perfect thermal barrier, preventing energy loss.
Bare feet that once trembled now walk confidently across frozen terrain without fear of frostbite. Humans marched directly into the heart of the blizzard, turning weather adversity into a new playground for survival. Clothing had become a portable micro-environment, following mankind to whichever corner of the world they wished to conquer.
From that first primitive stitch, humanity unlocked a relentless progression of garment technology. While our genetic code remained virtually frozen, our external technological shell continuously restructured itself to adapt.
As the Ice Age wiped out countless species that failed to change, humans sat in warm caves, tailoring their own future by hand. Tailored clothing never hindered a hunter's agility. Instead, it maximized energy conservation for every decisive strike.
New generations were born and safely nurtured right in the midst of the harshest climates.
The milestone of 50,000 years ago does not just mark an invention. It marks the moment humans took control of their own evolutionary path.
From this new pinnacle of survival, mankind looked down upon the wild world from a completely different position of power. Every stitch, every patch made with raw sinew was the first code recording the victory of intellect over nature.
The primitive blueprint quickly transformed from a simple body wrap into a complex and optimized system of attire.
Strength did not lie in claws or thick fur. It lay in hands that knew how to forge solutions. The era of naked creatures had come to an end. The era of humans capable of creating their own skin had officially begun.